up, bitch?
Oh my God, you need to see that movie.
What?
That white boy that I was telling you about when his black friend's trying to teach him to be smooth and he's all...
Oh, the Tracy Morgan one?
No, it's when we first met. And his black friend's trying to teach him how to be smooth. And he's like, just go like this. What's up, girl? And then the white dude's all... What's up, girl? Like,
oh, no.
And he's all, is that what I just did? Does that look like what I just did to you? He's all, yeah, what are you talking about?
It's like, no.
He's like, no,
not
even close.
Not even fucking close. Not even fucking close. Anyway, we're live. We're back in this bitch once again. Episode 1 of CJ and Joey in the morning. It's your host with the most, the one, the only, CP Killer, a.k.a. Young Tarantula, a.k.a. the Chocolate American, a.k.a. I will steal your bitch, a.k.a. if you're bright, I only drink light. In the studio, though.
Also known as the chocolate-covered Mr. Peanut. And the African-American Mr. Monopoly.
Also Mr. Black Mario. If you can drop the Mr. Dr. Black Mario. Dr. Black Mario. You already know what it is. In the studio, of course, with me, as always, is the Native American Jackie Robinson, the brown Twinkie, what else?
Also
the ginger
known as Yo-Yo, Joey the one and only.
Joey the one and only.
Jap.
Oh, shit, the ginger beer excavator.
I like that one.
The panty dropper, the bottom knocker.
Oh.
And we are back in this bitch for another episode.
That's where we live. We don't do PG. We don't do that.
Never.
Not here.
Never.
That's not life.
Disclaimer as always, we're going to give you wholesome advice on how to keep women and how to I guess like get game and keep game, because I can't really like
how to get hoes, which is my department,
and then how to keep hoes. I guess
how to turn hoes into a housewife. Maybe. I mean, in my experience, it doesn't usually go that way. But hey,
I've done it.
Here's the hoping.
It's hoping.
The hits keep coming, folks.
Oh my God, Dad, joke it up. If you have a notebook, write these down. These are great.
Good stuff.
Good disclaimer. If you don't decide to take the advice that we give, that is completely on you. But however, opinions will be flying.
Yeah,
opinions will be flying.
My own disclaimer: if you're not going to take our advice, don't fucking ask.
Yeah, honestly, if you don't like to listen to advice, like we always say, turn it off. Why are you listening?
Yeah, you don't have to be here.
No, not at all.
I don't remember asking you to show up. I'm glad you're here.
Honestly.
And I hope you get something from it, and I hope that we get something from you.
Yes. We would love to get shit from you. That's why we do this. We do this for y'all. Mm-hmm. We do this for y'all. Yeah. Anyway, topic of the day. Confidence?
Confidence.
I don't know where that came from. I think that's just something that we thought about.
Well, and confidence is, in my experience, an integral part of game.
And life.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're going to be more successful as you're more confident in any situation.
That's true.
Because if you think about it, dating, life in general, it's all pretty much a great big sales pitch.
That's true.
So with that in mind, that's why, always be closing.
Always be closing.
And that's every aspect of life. That's not just business. That's just, not your money. Mm-hmm. We're talking about always be closing.
Yeah.
Every aspect.
Everything. Seriously. Even if you want to go in a bargain shop or something like that, because shout out to Black Friday. Happy Thanksgiving? ?
Yeah.
Happy holidays. Let's just say happy holidays, because, I mean, there's a lot going on.
Merry Christmas, Mahana Kwanzaa.
Christmas, Mahana Kwanzaa.
That covers all of them.
Honestly. But, it goes into everything, honestly. Hey, you can't do anything without confidence out here. If you want to succeed, confidence is the way.
Well, I would think, I mean, the thing is, to get you to the point where you are actually going to be keeping the girl around, which is your specialty.
Yeah.
You have to have confidence to even get that girl in the first place.
That part. And then once you we could touch on both. But I mean, actually, yeah, let's start there. Like, what would you need to in terms of confidence to get the, I mean, I already know, but I mean, for the people at home, clearly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. So like, just basics, like see Dick and Jane run type shit.
Oh, that movie with Jim Carrey.
No, I mean like the old school books where you started like the bare bones.
Oh, we're not telling them
to try and run. We got to tell them how to crawl before they can run.
Honestly.
So I mean, from the way I would look, exactly. So from like the very beginning, the way that I would look at it is you need to proceed with as much confidence as you can to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Now,
like,
and I mean, the thing about confidence, you can't get it from anywhere else. Like, it's not attainable through buying something.
Mm-mm.
It's not attainable through any kind of practice.
Mm-mm. It's definitely not pharmaceutical. It's just something that you innately have.
Well, that's not true. It is pharmaceutical because, I mean,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, true.
That gives you a lot of confidence. I don't know if it's justified if you should have that confidence.
Yeah,
but
that's
you
true.
have it.
Yeah, you can get confidence from a lot of different places. I mean, like, tequila definitely gives me some confidence.
Yeah, that's why they call it liquid
bitch.
courage. I mean,
yeah,
the booze will give you confidence.
Oh, yeah.
You know, drugs and alcohol will give you confidence. And the thing is,
it's artificial.
It's artificial. You can't retain it. Mm-mm. And ultimately, you have to retain confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're not going to be able to proceed. You'll have it for a short period. You might achieve something during that short period, but then you won't be able to keep going. Because you got to a place through false confidence. That part.
All right, playbook. Give me a playbook on how somebody would approach somebody. Let's say at a bar. Situation given. We're playing darts. Mm-hmm. Or this person or two people playing darts. Two guys, whatever. Girl and or guy. I don't really subjective. Yeah. You get the point. Mm-hmm. So like somebody persons of interest is at the pool table.
Somebody they find attractive.
Exactly.
Couple of
jabronis.
Couple of jabronis are playing darts, and they see a person of interest, an attractive human, and they want to approach said human. I simply find that a simple intro is usually the best for me. I just roll up, I say, "Hi, I'm Joey," and I just kind of leave it open, you know, and they, if they're even somewhat decent at having a conversation, mm-hmm. they'll usually introduce themselves as well.
Honestly.
And then you really want to keep it short on that intro. I mean, you just want to go in, you want to say, "Hi, how you doing?" See if there's even a possibility of talking to this person. Mm. And then give yourself what's called a time constraint. Mm. So you need to act as though your friend that you were just playing darts with is just waiting.
Yeah, like
impatiently waiting for you to come back and play darts.
Yeah,
even if your friend knows the role.
Exactly.
And is going to, do their part. Mm-hmm. You need to act as though that friend is like, "Yo, man," and not because they're blowing you up, but just be like, "Hey, I want to say hi to you. You're attractive. All right, but I got a friend over here. Nice to meet you."
Boom.
And then dip out. Because, I mean, confidence is having enough confidence to walk away from a person of interest is
pretty big.
It's big.
It's a power move.
It is. And, I mean, it's going to get you to the point that you're looking to be at. Because if you are confident enough to walk away, that is what's called building value.
That part.
So you are obviously confident enough to walk away with the peace of mind knowing that person that you just approached to introduce yourself to will see something of value, something they want to learn more about.
Yes. Also, I feel like you have to have a low-key lack of the fear for rejection. Because I mean, like, I would take rejection as a point of, okay, cool, like, other side of the coin. Now I know that I don't need to waste too much time being over here because you're a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But it does come down to value. Because if you were somebody of value, I would have been treated better. Because I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? I just walked up and been like, all cordial. And then just been like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah, exactly.
Complimented something and then just like kind of stood there for a sec, dipped out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wasn't going to give me the time of day to be like, "Oh, thanks," or you just going to kind of look at me for a second, then like, I'm out. Like, the fuck? Like, why would I need to stay here for this?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and ultimately to get to that point, you're exactly right. Like, you shouldn't fear any kind of rejection because that's not really rejection.
No.
If you go up there and that person is horrible at having a conversation,
that's on them.
Well, yeah, that's totally on them. And what have you actually lost by going up there?
Nothing. Except for your time. Like, you lost 45 seconds. I mean, I'd be upset over that, but I mean, that's completely different.
No, more than anything, I would just say, like, I'm older, so I think of it on an energy level. I'm just like, I spent a little bit of energy on that person that I shouldn't have.
That part.
They were ultimately, like, pretty to look at, but they didn't have much else to offer.
Yeah, time and attention. Time and attention. Yeah. I'd have been upset over the time. You'd have been upset over the attention.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because of the effort of walking over there and everything. I'm older. I just think, like, I had to get up, had to go say hi to this person. They ended up being lame. I'm tired thinking about it.
Yeah. I know. I was just, in the back of my house, just like, damn.
Right. Yeah. It's just a matter of energy for me. Like, I'm not saying that people aren't worth the energy. What I'm saying is, I mean, it's all valuable. You went over there, you got some information out of it. You realized that person has a nice wrapping job. You know, they have an attractive wrapper on the outside, but
everything else is just kind of
it's not that interesting. And I mean, ultimately, that's for any partner in life, whether it be like you and I, like friendship, or whether it be a relationship or romantic relationship. You need to have somebody that compliments you on a lot of levels.
Yes.
You know, so you can't just have one maybe two facets. That's gonna get boring.
Nah, I need like a whole Wendy's menu. Like I need to have options, like fresh and never frozen, all that type of shit.
Exactly. Yeah, and you also need to have like a different set of interests.
That part.
Because if you have the same exact interests as somebody that's involved in a lot of your life, you're probably going to get frustrated with them if you're with them all the time. That's
heavily true. Because I mean, like, if that's the way I like to see things, like that's how it makes it pretty easy for me to stay in something like that. Like, I need to know who you are way before I get into that, like, at all. So, like, I'd have to ask the tough questions. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you actually into? Like, what do you do? Like, do you actually,
like, what do you do with your
free time? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you treat people? Like, I got real interest. Like, if I'm going to be spending good time with you, like, I need to know what I'm about to be getting myself into. Because if you're a shithead, I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't waste my time.
Yeah, you're not going to even be part of the squad.
Right, like you look
definitely
pretty.
Not part of the inner circle.
Oh no. Like you come around when everybody else is not around, like, and which is very rare. So
right.
That's very
when
rare.
do we never have like these few minutes right here is probably the first time all week when we haven't had somebody else around.
Exactly. And somebody's not in our ear for some dumb shit. Like, oh lordy.
Yeah, like time is our most precious commodity that we have as far as humans, and if you're willing to spend your time and attention on somebody, that shows that you love them.
Yeah, exactly. The amount of time, exactly. The quantity of that you give on both will definitely prove how much you quote unquote love someone.
Right.
Most definitely. But yeah, I mean
I mean that's why I actually have a tattoo. I'm sure that you actually have seen it and whatever. I don't know if you know the story directly, but I mean it's just about having courage and about having confidence. Because it's the quote is from a movie, and it's about having just 20 seconds of courage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just 20 seconds of courage will actually achieve a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can go walk up to strangers, introduce yourself, possibly come away from that situation with a lifelong friend. You never know who that person could be. Or you could find out real quickly that you're not that interested in that person. They're just pretty to look at.
Yeah.
But it takes that confidence to walk over there.
Yeah, I feel like that is very true. And I feel like for the people that like seek out, for the ones that kind of seek out for the more attractive people, like men are seeking more attractive females and vice versa, there's a different level of confidence once you like get past the whole like initial, hey, how's it going? Here's my number. Now we're texting. And like we just established something over the past 3 months. Like now we're dating. Like there's a whole different level of confidence now. Like, cause if you're the duff and she's the good one, you know what I'm saying? Or like vice versa. Now you have to like just know they're operating through life at this point, just as pretty people.
Right.
I would like
that have gotten by just on their face and haven't developed any other, remarkable skills or talents or whatever else.
Lord forbid. You'd have a way tougher time. Like, I know how to deal with that type of stuff, but like, I feel like somebody regular would have a way tougher time to deal with like somebody who is actually pretty, does some shit, makes money, and is creative and works out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
those
dope.
Those are realistically like the people that I want to spend more time with.
Exactly.
Are people that touch on all those bases. They're pretty on the outside. They're pretty on the inside too. They're making moves. They're steadily aspiring and achieving.
Exactly.
As the road to self-improvement is never ending. So that goes along with confidence too. I mean, and also, you hear a lot of people argue that too much confidence is going to be cockiness. I can understand that. I see where they are, turned off, whatever you want to call it, by too much confidence.
Yeah. Shout out to Lexi, the girl in the bar. She has way too much confidence for herself. It seems cocky, but no, it's actually pretty refreshing, like, because she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. She is very, very confident, but she's one of those that I don't know if she has actually developed that many other skills besides just a pretty face.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's the only downside to that. Like, if you're not if you're pretty and you just kind of fake the funk and you seem like you know a little bit, like, yeah, that might get you a little further than just having a pretty face. But I mean, as soon as somebody decides to actually like dive in the ocean, they fucking hit their head on the shallow ground.
Yeah, the coral reef that you didn't know was under there.
Exactly. And then they're just like, oh shit, well,
all right, so you're pretty. What else you got?
Yeah, like, is this it?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that you actually kind of just touched on it, you said, like, if you're faking the funk. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's a big part of confidence is that...
most of the time you're not faking it.
Well, I mean, confidence, until you just have it organically, until you have it within yourself, you do kind of have to fake the funk.
Yeah, you got to fake the funk. Like,
you have to do it in a way that you're faking it while you make it, not fake it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you need to low-key be learning from the faking as you're faking
There
it.
you go. That's it. Because like, you need to fake it until you can manufacture confidence.
Yeah, like, if you're not fucking stapling down a couple of things on the way as you're fucking going through this, then it's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be washed up soon.
Because confidence isn't something tangible. I mean, you can say that. Okay, so for example, like, shout out to Lexi and whatever her boss's name was that we talked to last night.
I don't even know.
And no offense, Lexi, but nobody's safe. So if you're more than a pretty face,
he said that.
If you're more than a pretty face, prove it.
Shit. Let me just take a sip of this tea. Jeez.
Anyways, so
ASMR.
I mean, her boss is the bar manager at a pretty well-renowned restaurant.
Shout out to Anki.
I wasn't going to say the name, but all right, we're there now. Anki, if you want to contact us for sponsorship dollars.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. We'll tell everybody to pull up. Hey.
Anyways, so the bar manager at Anki and I were talking last night, and CJ.
Yeah.
He was telling us how within 8 weeks of coming to America.
From Australia, by the way.
From Australia. He has acquired a awesome job, a great place to live. He has a
2006
like an older model
Boxster.
Porsche. Yeah, it's an older model Porsche. But I mean, the thing that he was talking about is that with a Porsche and with the way that he dresses and the way that he carries himself and looks, he was bragging to me that he has gone 8 weeks with an average of 3 girls per week.
Per week, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus.
Now, I don't know if there's like one in rotation, a couple in rotation, whatever.
Has to be.
Solid numbers, though.
That's pretty fucking good.
And he was talking about how he had achieved this. Unfortunately, even in his words, he thought it was unfortunate too. But he thought that it was unfortunate how easily he acquired these things through the use of his Australian accent and a Porsche.
Yeah, just simple shit.
And I mean, obviously, you're not going to be acquiring wife-level girls by doing this.
And by all means, it is not meaning that you just need a Porsche Boxster and an Australian. Porsche Boxster and an Australian accent to pull bitches. Like,
no, you need more than
for
that.
him. Yeah,
what it is, those things are ultimately like a lucky rabbit foot, if you will.
Yeah, they're like attachments to a gun on Call of Duty. Like, you don't need them.
No.
They're just nice to have.
He believes in those things, so therefore those things give him confidence.
There we go.
He actually manufactures that confidence within himself. When he looks at that car, he thinks, oh, because I have this car, I have the right to go be confident with these girls.
Right, like now that I look the way I look.
Car. He doesn't need the suits. He doesn't need the job.
You don't even need the accent, honestly. But
I know, you don't. But I mean, honestly, unfortunately, again, it is easier.
Yeah.
Because
he can't choose that. He wasn't. I mean, no, I can't say that he could have chosen the accent, but I mean, it's nice to have one.
Well, especially. I mean, I know that Australian people can talk without an accent, but why would they? It's their national way of talking,
and it's kind of cool. Like, I'm not even.
But I mean, the thing that he and I were talking about is ultimately an accent. It gives you a little bit of a novelty.
It's a leverage almost.
Well, girls look at you as though you have something more to offer than the local guys.
Okay, I can see that.
After talking to this guy for a while, I can absolutely say, like, hands down, that he does not have more to offer than any local guy. Because he's a sweetheart. He's a great guy.
He's a dope guy.
But, I mean, clearly if he's using a 13-year-old Porsche Boxster and a suit and an accent to pick up women, then he's no better than anybody in Orange County. He's probably, like, middle of the road leaning towards the top.
There you go.
Because, I mean, everybody's going to use whatever they can to benefit themselves.
That's true.
Confidence will go a long ways in life, no matter what avenue. I mean, game isn't just about acquiring hoes and slaying ass.
It's about pretty much like self-confidence. Yeah.
Life. Game is about life. We're talking about game as in acquiring skills and habits that'll further you in life.
As a first-person shooter in this game of life, like you got to just level up as much as possible.
Yeah. So always be closing. The way that you would apply that to life is, and as far as like game and whatever else, you need to always be closing every aspect of your life. And honestly, like this is something that I was thinking about because disclaimer for you folks at home. We do obviously know what the topic's going to be. All of it's once we hit the air, it's organic.
This is
we don't practice.
There is no script here, man, ladies and gentlemen.
No, there's no practice. There's no script. This is all off the top of our retarded heads, and we just go
off the dome.
But now that we're in it, the thing is, we do have to have a direction. Because CJ and I, as one of our coworkers, shout out to Jamal again, said to me, I talk a lot of shit, apparently.
Yes.
And I don't think that he was saying it in necessarily a completely derogatory manner. CJ and I just talk about a lot.
We just talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Talk a lot about shit and talk shit at the same time.
And it's not, aimed at anybody. It's not
malice. It's not from a malice perspective at all.
Absolutely.
We love everybody we talk about, and this is why we talk about you. Duh.
Yeah, I'm just trying to learn from you guys too, and so if you guys can learn anything off of me, please do.
Yeah, please.
That's all I'm trying to do.
This is why we have this fucking show.
I've been through a lot of shit. I hope that you guys can get something out of what I have to offer. If you can take something that Joey says and take a shortcut in life and get further than I do quicker, by all means, please.
Oh, this is like a totally digression point, but like if you're in a relationship already with a baddie, both ways, the only thing that you would need to like make sure that works out is to have the confidence knowing that she's coming back to you at the end of the day. Like if you don't have to worry about shit else. Like if she's not coming home for whatever reason and without any communication, then you just move on. That's just how that goes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was not meant for you.
See, and that's where you excel. Because that's a skill like newly attained for me. It's just the self-confidence to realize that if you are a worthwhile person, then if they decide to go fuck around or whatever, or just not communicate with you, whatever.
That shows your value right there.
Yeah, your value should be enough within yourself that you are not worried about what the hell that other person's doing.
Exactly. You shouldn't be wanting to like blow up their phone, like look at their shit, like having to like regulate what they post. Like we don't need none of that. Like don't tell her what to wear. That's not what we do.
No.
Like,
and if you've been working out and you want to show it off, be a hoe for a little bit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do it. Like, what else is that? You're just going for attention, dog. Like, that's it. Like, she's getting.
If you need a little attention because you've been crunching it, by all means,
do it.
Because sometimes I'm there. I know you're probably there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've been crunching it. I want a little bit of attention.
Exactly.
I'm not looking for anybody to be like, "Yo, Joey."
Because at the end of the day, like if you're only getting attention from one person, how much attention can they really give you as opposed to like everybody showing? You know what I'm saying? Like I could see why girls do it,
right?
And it makes sense. But like dudes don't have to take it from a malice perspective and be like, oh, but she's just trying to be out and this and that. Like, no, I'm thinking she worked hard for this one,
right? You
know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think your hard work is appreciation on your hard work doesn't have to be sexual.
No. Not at all.
And I think that's ultimately something that just comes from maturity and just self-confidence.
Yeah, honestly.
And that's, like I said, that's where you excel, and that's where I've had a tougher time getting there. As you, the reason I'm good at the beginning part and you're better at the second part where you keep them is because I didn't have a lot of self-confidence when I was younger. I didn't have confidence within myself. It took me going through everything that I have to get to the point where I have, I'm completely comfortable with Joey.
Okay.
I know what I have to offer. I believe in what I have to offer.
I think that kind of like that kind of worked. The way I got good at like keeping people it kind of worked in the same way. Like I didn't really have that much self-confidence. Like I had a shit ton of acquaintances that I called friends. And like, I was able to just kind of put up with shit. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess like half of this is settling low key, but like part of it wasn't. Like I was just like, okay, I'm enjoying companionship. And as I was like growing through like other people being in my life and like, doing these weird things where I was on and off relationships for like 8 times or whatever. Like I'm okay. Like I don't want to do this again. now I know how to like stay consistent through like whatever time period that was by not doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So like that kind of like boosted the confidence for myself because I was like, I'm learning something here. And I'm like, even though this doesn't work the same way on this person, some form of that will work here because they just looking for communication, they're looking for attention, whatever. Like,
yeah, most people are going to have similar needs.
Exactly. And that's what I was just like, okay, well, if I can learn it, like just take some time and learn it, then like I'm gonna be in it. You know what I'm saying? And by the time I'm in it, you're already like super fucking hooked and you're not even thinking about breaking up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, cool. Now I can fucking experiment.
So what you're saying, I see what you're saying. What you're saying is that what people need to acquire is the confidence to proceed, being 100% yourself. Because like you're a different variable than the person that was with this person last. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, they might have predetermined notions, but like you have to know that that's not you. Like if you feel triggered by something that this person is upset about that you didn't do, maybe you should fix that. Like, of course it's not you, right?
But if you don't want it to be you, then like peep game. And you're just like, okay, well, cool. Like I see you're maybe upset that I yelled at you. You thought I was going to get abusive. That's not me. Okay, let me like tone it down. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to talk to you and be stern and annoying and aggressive without being like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay,
without
cool.
going over the top.
Exactly. Like I'm going to keep my hands in my pockets or behind my back. Like whatever the fuck makes you feel comfortable. Like
sit down instead of standing up.
Yeah, whatever. Like I'll figure it out.
Not
like,
use cuss words when you're upset. I mean, that's a tough one for me because I'm expressive. I cuss all the damn time.
Oh, that's a disclaimer. I always say that. Like I'm like,
but I mean, like when I'm heated, it's just the expletives have purpose when you're heated because they just express it better. You know, I know that people think of it as a shortcut or whatever. These words that people call cuss words have been around for centuries. You know, hundreds and thousands of years. And the reason they've been around is because they do have purpose.
Yeah,
They're
they do.
a verbal exclamation point.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. They just kind of like accentuate certain things that you just need to pay attention to. Like that's why I incorporated in all my speak. That's why I'm like, I got shout out to my parents, but I kind of get more comfortable saying cuss words around my parents because I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it's not that I'm trying to be disrespectful in your home, but it's just like in the situation that it calls for, it just kind of called for it and it was smooth and it was just kind of came out like whatever.
I think ultimately what we've kind of started to touch on is that you need to have the confidence within yourself to be authentic, to be the authentic CJ, the authentic Joey.
Hell yeah.
And
authentic
that
person listening.
Yeah. And that requires you to be confident in all aspects of your life.
You just have to shell out all of this, like, I would say negativity and insecurity, like all the things that you would be like, I don't know, I can't do that because of just go ahead and get rid of that entire sentence and like throw that out the window. Let that wait for the garbage guy.
You'll probably hear me personally reference Gary Vee a bunch. In
I was just thinking that,
right? Because I'm gonna reference Gary Vee. I know I will probably more than once, but I mean he's talking about how to truly progress in life, you need to stop your addiction to feedback.
Yes.
Positive and negative.
Yes.
Like you can't be worried about what people's feedback is.
Yeah, because it's completely random when you'll go viral. Like you just got to be consistent in the fact that you're going to do it and confident in the fact that you're good at this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're starting out, we're starting out. Like we both done some sort of like radio audio shit before. Right. But this is a different avenue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is all new for me. I mean, I've never done this. I never really thought about it as, until recently I had you guys, the squad, the inner circle, like telling me that I say some ridiculous shit, but there was value to the ridiculous shit.
Exactly.
Like you guys started Twitter for me, everything else. Like I just thought that it was little quips and sayings that Joey had. I didn't realize that
they have some power.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I had anything to offer. Then once you guys kept persisting and I had value, I'm like, why not? Let's do a podcast. Yeah. Let's see if we can help other people. And I mean, the thing, it kind of touches on altruism, because ultimately, I want to help people coming up through life. I want to help them achieve confidence. Yes. And that's what this talk is about, is achieving confidence. But also, through our helping you, it's helping us. Yes. Yes, because we're learning shit as we're saying it. And it's just like sort of like realization clicks. Right. Like, and then CJ and I get to touch on the creative aspects that we were both blessed with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm musically inclined. I have a little bit of a gift as far as that goes. I just, I feel like I lean more towards artistic than a business person.
Yeah, same.
And so I think that if we can pursue this and something comes out of it that, that we're both benefiting and the people on the other end are benefiting, that's where we're truly going to be happy.
Oh, yeah. Value is everything. That's how Gary Vee says. That's how you get people.
Yeah. So I think, ultimately confidence, the topic of the day, is not something that you can go purchase.
No.
You can be that middle-aged guy that's going to go buy a Corvette.
Exactly.
Is it going to give you confidence? Probably.
A little bit.
Is it the Corvette that actually gave you confidence, though?
No.
No. It's the
mindset.
It's a lucky rabbit's foot.
Mm-hmm.
You have luck because you believe you have luck. You have confidence because you believe you have confidence, because you believe that whatever object outside of you gave you that confidence, if that's what you need, by all means.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what we're looking for you to do is for you to get to that point where you realize that you don't need anything external.
No, not at all. It's just stuff. It's like going to the gym. You keep working out, eventually you'll see some progress. You keep doing it, and then you start sculpting, and you start really fine-tuning the shit that you really want to do. But until then, you really have to start from the ground up. You have to have a foundation and start branching out from there. And that only starts with consistency and effort.
Yeah, exactly. You start, everybody, regardless of what kind of base you have. Let's say that you just have an athletic build already.
Yep.
No matter what, everybody kind of starts as a wad of cookie dough.
Yeah.
You have some doughy parts, you have some parts that need a lot of work, you have some parts that need a little bit of work. Everybody's different.
That's true.
But after you go for a while, then you're carved out of wood, and all of a sudden you start liking what you see.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing, ultimately, that's probably a good way to look at it, is if you can look at confidence the same way that you would look at building any kind of muscle.
That's true.
And ultimately, what do you have to do to build muscle? You have to keep doing the same thing over and over again with discipline.
Yeah, it is discipline. You have to find your routine, how we eat and then go to the gym and then just keep eating, and making sure that we watch what we eat. It's the same thing. You need to make sure that you're putting in self-care. You need to know what you want to work on in terms of your confidence, and you need to be actively working on it.
And you also need to be able to quantify your results.
Exactly.
You need to actually be able to say, okay, I went and did this with the most confidence I could muster.
Yeah.
And it got me this as results.
Exactly.
And then were those results what I wanted, or were they not what I wanted? And if they weren't what you wanted, what do you need to change?
Yeah, how am I going to get what I want? That's how it changes.
Yeah, because confidence is something that will benefit you in every aspect of your life. Like we've touched on your interpersonal skills, your professional skills, take it from driving to, whatever. Confidence is got to be
everywhere
at
all times.
This is what I was actually contemplating right before I came in here, and as I was, getting ready for the day, whatever. I was thinking that if you were able to actually talk to, animals, whether it be domesticated, probably more likely to talk to wild animals, and if you could actually ask them what they were doing with their day and where they were going with life, they would be the utmost confidence.
Yeah, honestly.
Because they don't worry about anybody else's point of view.
Yeah. They're pretty jacked about life.
Yeah,
usually.
They're jacked about life, and they just have one perspective of I'm doing this, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they're good, or if you're interested in what they're doing and you think it's awesome too, then they're gonna be jacked about it.
Oh yeah.
And if you're not stoked on what they're doing, they're not gonna be upset about it. They're all right, see ya.
Yeah, I just got other things to do. Bye. Yeah. Catch you later.
So that's what I was thinking about. I want to truly get to the point where, I have that confidence level where, if somebody asks me, I'll be like, yeah, here's what I'm doing. Check it out. Take it or leave it.
Honestly.
Because I'm trying to get to the point that Gary Vee is talking about where you're not so addicted to positive responses.
Or negative.
You can't be dwelling on the haters, obviously, either.
You just got to put it up, put it out, and do it consistently.
Yeah, because we were watching that podcast with Elon Musk and Joe Rogan.
I like Elon Musk. Shout out to Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk, what's up? But I mean, he just seems to me like the everyman's billionaire because he just kind of gets an idea and he runs with it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really do it with any other, any other purpose other than just to see if the idea will work.
That part.
He doesn't do it for positive feedback. He doesn't do it for people to retweet him. He doesn't do it for Instagram likes. Simply does it because he has the money and the skill to do it.
That's true.
Simply to see if he can do it. He gets an idea. If it's a worthwhile idea, he pursues it and handles whatever roadblocks and objections come up. And he doesn't do it to see if it's a good idea or if it's a bad idea. He simply wants to see if that idea
will work,
is attainable. And yeah.
That's why I kind of like his little business model when he made he was talking about the little roadways, and this will be the last point, then we can wrap it up. But yeah, when he was like making the roadways and shit, and he was just like, oh, well, I seen a lot of traffic in LA. I was living in LA. I didn't like it. Couldn't fix the traffic. Let's build a tunnel.
I know.
I was like,
yeah,
oh,
and
shit.
like I was saying, like his, you could see when he kind of turned into like a science nerd.
Yeah.
And I like that part too, though, because he communicated very directly.
And effectively, honestly.
Effectively. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of filler words.
Mm-mm.
You didn't hear a lot of ums and ohs and a lot of pauses.
Honestly, now that we've talked about it, we didn't really do that much in this podcast either. Mm-hmm. Like, once we kind of got warmed up, it just kind of flowed.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to talk to people without saying or yeah. That was grilled into me by my high school speech teacher.
And I try not to do that a lot, but, you know, it happens every now and again. But that's only when I think about it. I feel like when you have to really think about what you're going to say and you think too hard and you don't really know, like, how this is going to come out, then you got to be like, yeah, so, like, okay, boom. So
that's actually a really good point to wrap up on. Because this is an older guy thing, and this is just a confidence thing at the core. So the reason that I say fewer words and the reason that older people say fewer words as they get older is we have the confidence to know that if what you are saying is of value, people will stop and listen.
Yeah, I feel that. Wow. All right, I'm going to start saying less. Say less.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you don't need all those filler words. Just, you know, I had a supervisor at a job that I had about 10 years ago, and he was a very effective salesman. He was ridiculous, as a lot of effective salesmen are, but he killed it. He made over $300,000 a year.
Damn.
Off of sales.
Shit.
Simply on the phone.
Wow.
Very rarely ever even met these people in real life. Just selling commodities over the phone.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. And he used to always say, don't fear the silence.
I feel that.
You know, because people that are of lower caliber will talk nonstop.
That's
about
true.
Very little. Like there will be a lot of words. But as far as any kind of knowledge or anything of interest, probably not. You know, they're just talking to talk.
I can see that.
You know, and then I don't know if it's just simply because as an older person you want to exude less energy. Well, yeah, spend. I guess you'd say spend. You want to spend less energy as an older person. And by way of just nature and default, you then start to say less. And then so you just cut to the bone quicker.
Yeah, that's true. Thin slicing.
Yeah, I mean, you just get to the meat and potatoes and, you know, you don't mess around with the fucking salad or whatever else. You're just like, no, here's what we're talking about.
Meat and taters.
Yep.
Meat and taters. Do love me some taters.
But yeah, have the confidence to know that what you're saying has value.
Yeah.
And if the person that's listening to you, if they try and hurry it, then how much value do they really have?
Honestly, yeah, because if they're not even trying to hear anything that you're saying, then there's no reason for you to even try to continue to show value to this person.
Right. Yeah. Why are you trying to demonstrate value if they aren't going to be of value to you?
Exactly. All these are power moves. That's what you got to do. Anyway, but that's how we're just going to wrap it up because that's, oh, damn. Yeah, my bad. I've been sick the entire time, but it's cool because you didn't really notice until I just told you right now. So cool. But yeah, that's this episode for this week.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time. As always, it's CJ and Joey in the morning.
Later.